Hello everyone, welcome to the Alex Cabrera Show. If you're new here, my name is Alex, and this is my podcast. Make sure to tune into future podcasts if you enjoy. Today, we will be exploring my personal film and how it uses or challenges conventions, and also how it represents social groups and issues. First, we will be going over how my product uses or challenges conventions. The film is called The Grand Adventure, and it is a short intro to an adventure and comedy movie revolved around three best friends in their teens. The film introduces the characters and their personalities and highlights some future problems they may encounter on their journey together. It starts off with an Uno game that quickly escalates into an argument between us. Then Javi throws the cards in the air out of anger, and while picking them up, we find a secret box. This box would then lead us onto an adventure later in the full film. Next, I'll move on to the logos and credits. But first, don't forget to hit that like button to show support. The genres for our film are comedy and adventure. My genre logo was designed to be funny and comedical. It starts off with Chucklesome Cloud riding a toy horse in space with a bomb, laughing like a maniac. He eventually crashes into a planet and it explodes. The clown signifies the comedy of the film, and him and the horse riding in space symbolizes the adventure in the film. This was genius to have both genres shown in the credits before the film started. This kind of gives the audience an idea and familiarity of what the film was like before the film even started. This gets the audience comfortable and eases the viewer into the film. Now, let's move on to the credits. The credits start with the treasure chest, and the camera moves into the treasure chest while it opens with a golden light. Then it switches to the names of the people involved in the production of the film. The transition from the treasure chest to the credits represents the great adventure that is going to happen later in the film. The credits were designed to give an adventurous vibe with the treasure chest, and later in the film we would end up finding treasure. This is a bit of foreshadowing to future events in the film. Some elements of adventure genre films are excitement, overcoming obstacles, and heroic protagonists. In our film, excitement will be vital to build suspense and tension throughout the film. Overcoming obstacles builds character and conflict throughout each individual character. Now, last but not least, our heroic protagonist. There needs to be a main character that's brave, courageous, and be the overall likable character, and that character is Javi. He will be the hero of the adventure while also being comedic. While me and Josiah have our side character roles, we will also be vital to the film. Each individual element builds to the overall plot of our film. Now I will cover the conventions of the film. We supported and subverted conventions to create a masterpiece. The first example of subverted conventions is when I show Josiah my cards and it goes to a reverse shot of me and Javi showing his anger. This builds tension between the characters and makes the audience feel suspense. Now let's move on to an example of supporting convention of POV shots in the beginning of the film. These POV shots introduce the audience to the characters, and the facial expressions of the characters show foreshadowing. It transitions a POV shot of the three of us, and Javi's facial expression is shown as serious, mine is happy, and Josiah's is chill. This shows all the characters' personalities, which supports the conventions because it makes the audience immersive and connected to the film. Another example of supporting conventions is the non-diegetic high-pitched screeching sound before Javi rages and throws all the cards in the air. This builds tension and raises the suspense of Javi's anger. This ends up leading to Javi raging, which changes the environment that the characters are in. Now we will move on to the next section, answering the question, how does my film represent social groups or issues? But before we move on, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Uno. Uno is a card game that can be played with 2 to 10 people. The goal is to match the cards with colors and numbers and be the first person to get rid of your deck. So next time you're out with friends, don't forget to play Uno. Use code ALEXTALKS to get 10% off your first purchase of Uno cards. Now let's move to the question, How does my film represent social groups or issues? First, I will cover the media theorist Stuart Hall and how he relates to our film. His theory shows that the media does not reflect reality but creates it. He is making the point that meaning in film is shown through symbolism. Also, that symbolism represents different things in the film without explicitly stating it and can make it more entertaining. In our film, we are all wearing a different color shirt with the same color of Uno cards. My color is yellow, which symbolizes happiness. Javi is a color red, which symbolizes anger. Josiah's color is blue, which represents how he is calm. This represents how all of us have different personalities and is shown through colors or reality. Each color connects to each personality you have. Even though it is not stated, viewers can easily make this connection. This shows how his representation theory is built into our film through the use of colors. But how does this represent social groups or issues? Our film dives into 3 different personalities and how we will end up working together through the rough and good situations. It symbolizes how people are totally different from each other and can still accomplish the impossible. The 3 personalities used in our film end up balancing each other and are the big reason why we succeed in the end. This represents social groups because it shows how differences in groups of people can still accomplish great things. And the issues that social groups may have because of being different can be overcome by using their differences and working together. Well, that's all I have to say for this podcast. I hope everybody enjoyed today's podcast. See you tomorrow for the next podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.